One of the most difficult things for an empath parent to do is to accept your adult child may be a narcissist. And the reason I say adult child versus your teenage child is because, through our teenage years, we all may go through that crazy phase, but you grow out of it. And oftentimes, I will say this, like when I see an adult, narcissist, oftentimes there was at least one parent that had strong narcissistic traits and was very abusive in many ways towards them. And so then when you have the empath parent, what they do is you try to overcompensate because you know what they went through. And then you even project your own experience into it. And you say, listen, I know what I went through as a child, and I don't ever want them to feel what I felt. But now here's the reality. They are treating you like you were the abuser. All right. They display no empathy at all towards you or anyone else. They continually play the victim, and they take being entitled to a whole new level. They will gaslight you and they will play you to get whatever they want from you because they know what? You have a big, huge heart. They will say the most disrespectful things to you. You're like, you do realize I'm your parent. How could you say something like that to your parent? But as an empath, guess what? You tend to take it because you try to do everything that you can to fix the relationship. Because you want what? You want nothing more than to have a relationship with your child. They will do the smear campaign, beyond smear campaigns, telling everyone that you were the worst parent ever and you did all this crazy stuff to them. And you're like, what? Lies. Okay. And your heart breaks 1,000 times over because the guilt that you feel is just unbearable. How is this something that I'm dealing with? There is a scripture that says, the children shall rise up against their parents and cause them to be put to death. And you may say, wow, that's extreme. And I'm not saying that this is going to happen, literally, but I am saying that your heart has died 1,000 deaths. And you've said to yourself, this is not the child that I've raised. But the truth is, this is the child that you got. So now what do you do? Okay, first thing is you have to forgive yourself. You have been beating yourself up relentlessly and you have to stop. You did the best you knew how to do. No one is perfect. Scripture says this, we've all sinned and fallen short. Okay. And at some point, everyone has to take responsibility for fixing their own life. And this includes your child. Playing the victim ain't a solution. All right. And here's the other thing. You have to have ironclad boundaries. All right. You must be very clear about what these boundaries are and what the consequences are for disrespecting them. Now, I'm not saying this means that you totally have to cut your child off. Okay. I'm not saying that. But it may mean that you have to have extremely limited contact. And in some extreme cases, you may have to cut them off. Cut off all communication. Now, listen, I didn't say anything about this was easy. But the truth is, if you don't demand respect with a narcissist adult child, you are telling them you approve of the disrespect. Now, let me ask you this question. Are you dealing with a narcissist adult child? Have you been disrespected in more ways than you can count? And are you struggling because of the guilt and heartbreak that you feel? If this is you, you know what to do. Go to my website, ChristopherReed.org. Schedule your free 30-minute consultation so I can tell you how coaching can help you. 1, forgive yourself and put boundaries in place with your adult narcissist child. If you like the material, please subscribe. Y'all be safe. Peace.